Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be recreating my graduation makeup look. Now when I post this video, it'll have been exactly 2 years since I graduated college, which is insane to me. 2017 was one of the most exciting and difficult, but one of the best years of my life, and I frequently look back at that year with a lot of bittersweet emotion and nostalgia because it was a really transformative year for me. That was the year I graduated from school. It's the year I met my boyfriend. It's the year that I moved here. So a lot of really incredible things happened during that period of time, and it was a really just kind of like formative year in my life. And I can't believe it's been 2 years since I graduated. I actually have my dress. This is my outfit that I wore on graduation with my, what do you call it, sash? And then I have the shoes that I wore in the background over there, which I don't know if you can see, but I'll also pop a picture up on the screen so you can see the full meal deal. I don't remember the exact look I was wearing, but I do know a few key components. Like I know the eyeshadow palette I used, the lashes I wore, I know I wore a wing liner, and then I also know I wore these earrings, which I'll pop on after I do my makeup just to kind of complete the look. But I just thought it would be fun to just sit down and film this look for you guys, kind of like a get ready with me / tutorial, just recreating a really monumental moment and event in my life. So if you're interested to see, don't forget to please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you know when I post, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get on into it. Okay, so I am going to be doing my makeup with a few new things today. So the base products are not going to be at all what I used there, but I do know the eyeshadow palette I used, which was this Morphe guy right here. This is the 25B. I actually purchased this right before my graduation, so I was really excited to use this for that occasion specifically. And then I did use Ardell Demi Wispies. I'm like 99.9999% sure those are the lashes I used. And I also know I used my Anastasia brow definer right here. Oh, and I also know the lip product I used, the Gerard Cosmetics Hydra and Everything Nice. These are like the 4 key parts of my look, and yeah, the rest we're just kind of gonna go in and wing it. All right, so since we are doing our eyes first, since we are doing a wing liner, I am going to go in with my e.l.f. Line and Define eye tape. I did not use tape on my actual graduation day, but I have it now, and I figure if I can use it to get a nice wing liner look, why not? I'm just going to rip this in half and then just kind of tape it along the sides of my eyes. I am going to start off with eyeshadow primer, of course. Back then I did not have my Fenty beauty primer, so I did go in with my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion in the original shade. I'm just going to, oh gosh, it's oily. Just going to pat that lightly on my eyes and just kind of blend that in with my fingers. Okay, so now we're going to go in with eyeshadow. I'm going to take my Morphe 25B palette. I kind of have an idea of what I used, just like the neutrals and then some of these purples. I'm going to start off by going in with this taupe brown all over my transition area on my Morphe M504. And these are very powdery eyeshadows, but they are very pigmented and they do blend nicely. I definitely did a neutral look, so I'm just going to kind of follow what I would do now if I were doing a neutral look with this palette. Okay, on a more precise brush, I'm going to take this shade right here. It's kind of like a mauve plum neutral brown. Sorry for the terrible description, but I'm just going to take this tapered brush. This is the Morphe M441, and I'm just going to concentrate this deeper in my outer corner and all throughout my crease. Okay, next I'm going to go in with this brown right here. It's kind of like a medium cool tone neutral brown, and even deeper into the outer corner I'm going to pack this just deeper into the outer corner. And really not dragging this through my crease, but just to place some more definition. To make sure that everything is blended nicely, I'm going to take my Morphe M504 with no additional product. I'm just going to smooth that over the edges. Okay, and then with my finger, I'm just going to take this shade right here. It's kind of like this champagne, and I'm just going to pop that all over my lid. This really is a great palette. I know they don't have it in this packaging anymore. I believe the pans are now circular and you can get it at Ulta, but I really recommend it. I think you have a lot of great neutral shades, warm and cool and plums, and for me personally, this is like my perfect neutral palette, so I really do like it. Okay, so the eyes are pretty much done. You can see it's kind of like a basic neutral smoky eye, which is basically the idea I wanted. I'm going to take a little bit of this gold shade right here. I do remember wanting to incorporate a little bit of gold because USC's colors are cardinal and gold, so I was like, I'm going to add this fun pop. I'm just going to pop that even more in the center of my lid. So we're layering the shimmers, but I think it gives it a really nice kind of like 3D effect. Okay, and now we're going to move on to the wing liner part. I am going to take my Tarteist Double Take eyeliner, and I'm just going to do a nice little wing with it. Okay, and then we're going to move on to the face for now. I'm going to prime my skin with the Milk Makeup Hydra Grip Primer. This is what I talked about last week in my Sephora VIB Rouge haul. If you haven't seen that, I will link that above and below. I'm just going to pump one pump like this. And I really like this one because it gets kind of tacky, but it starts off very serum and liquid-like, so it's very easy to spread onto your face before it gets tacky, you know? Okay, and then for foundation, I'm also going to go in with what I spoke about last week, the IT Cosmetics Confidence in a Foundation. This is long wear, weightless, full coverage. This is the shade for 2.25 medium warm. And I'm just going to take one pump of this because this is pretty full coverage on my IT Cosmetics what brush is this? This is the number 77 flat brush. I'm just going to buff that into my skin. Okay, and then to spot conceal, I'm going to take my Catrice Liquid Camouflage this is to highlight my eyes. This is the Catrice Liquid Camouflage in the shade 020 Light Beige. I'm just going to take that down here and down the center of my nose, highlighting the center of my face. And then to spot conceal, I'm going to take the new Smashbox Studio Skin Flawless Concealer in the shade Light Medium Cool. I didn't expect to be Light Medium Cool, but I bought it on an impulse when I was like at Sephora. Like I had originally planned to get another shade, and then I realized like the warm ones were way too yellow, so I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to go ahead and get this. And then to blend those out, I'm going to take my Luxie Beauty 512 Small Contouring Brush. Forgot to mention that while I'm here, I might as well tell you. So in case you didn't know, I think I spoke about it in my 48 Facts About Me tag that I did over a year ago. But I did go to USC. Actually, when I sit here in my vanity, I have my diplomas hanging up on the wall in front of me. So every time I get ready, I look up and I see them, and I think it's quite nice. I did go to USC. I was born and raised in Los Angeles, and I did go to USC, which is local, University of Southern California. I studied broadcast journalism and entrepreneurship there, so I was in the journalism and business schools at USC. And I know USC is in a very tight spot right now in terms of media and press because of all the stuff that happened recently with the Varsity Blues scandal. And that makes me so sad because when you're at a school like that, like I was honestly inspired every single day. It's as cheesy as it sounds. Like I was inspired every single day to be among like-minded peers who just wanted to, work really hard, prove themselves and succeed. And honestly, more than half of them, statistically, I believe this is a statistic, more than half of them are there on some kind of aid, whether it's financial aid or, they had a merit scholarship. But it's not a school where you go to just, in my eyes, like a lot of people don't treat it as a school that they just go to party and stuff. Like obviously that's a very big part of the culture and game days and the athletics and all that stuff, and that's all very fun. But honestly, on a day-to-day basis, like it was never at the forefront of my mind. Like I think a lot of people, when you're there in that environment, you just are inspired and you're just surrounded by people who are really driven to succeed and to make something for themselves. A lot of them are first generation college students and, you know, first generation Americans, and their parents never got to go to college, so they are taking this opportunity to make something for themselves. And a lot of them are there not because their parents just paid for them to do it, not because their parents bribed their way into it. I was very blessed that my parents were able to afford financially the education. That does not mean that they had the money to bribe people. I did get it on my own merit. That's just what it is. And honestly, I don't know anyone personally who got, I'm sure there are people like that, but I don't know anybody personally whose story was I got in because I technically wasn't supposed to, but my parents paid money. That's not how it is when you're there. I mean, I'm sure there are exceptions to everything, but I'm saying for the majority, I don't believe that's what actually the population consists of. And, you know, I'm really proud to be an alumni. I think USC was a really, really great, inspirational journey. It was an extremely formative period of my life, and I underwent so much change. Like, it's crazy what they say. They're like, oh my god, college will change you, but it literally does. And actually, I filmed a video with my college roommate Yichu, who was just visiting me, and I'll post that soon. We kind of got ready and talked about a lot of like college drama and our learning lessons and how it came out from underneath all of it. So if you're interested, stay tuned. I will be posting that soon. Okay, rant over. I'm sorry, you didn't ask for that, but I just thought I would share my 2 cents. I'm going to go in with my Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder in the shade 10 Baba Banana. This is, do I even honestly have to say anymore? This is like a must for me. Like, I can't do my makeup without this. I just brighten under my, oh! Everything's falling today. I have butterfingers. I just brighten under my eyes. It's all good. And then I'm going to take my Hard Candy Fast and Fabulous translucent loose setting powder just to set down the rest of my face. But yeah, like I said, just to kind of conclude that overall, you know, I'm so incredibly thankful for the education that I got. Very proud to be a USC Trojan. I learned a lot, so much personally, academically. It was such an amazing time and a very difficult in many ways, but also amazing overall. I'm going to take the Fenty Beauty Island Ting Sun Stalk'r bronzer on my Ulta bronzer brush, my favorite bronzer brush at the moment. Just going to warm up the cheeks. I didn't contour anything on graduation day. I remember distinctly, I was getting ready with my roommates in our college apartment, and you know, it was like 6 a.m. because we had to be out there by like 8. So I did not have time to do something super duper intricate, but you know, I felt that this look was enough. And yeah, just going to take that down my neck. And then loosely, I'm going to graze the sides of my nose with my AOA Studio brush just to kind of give a little bit definition there. But, you know, I've been contouring my nose this way for years. I don't really ever do anything super duper elaborate. I just kind of bring a little bit of shadow so that my nose just doesn't look as flat. And then I'm going to go in with blush. I'm going to take the Physicians Formula Butter Blush in the shade Vintage Rouge. This is new to my collection. I love this blush though because you can build it up a lot. It's kind of like the butter bronzer. You don't get so much all at once. So you can build this up and go pretty heavy-handed, and it still looks very natural, but very nice and gives you that nice kind of flush. Okay, and for highlights, oh my gosh, I just bought this. This is the Natasha Denona Glow Powder. This is the All Over Glow Face and Body Shimmer Powder in the shade 01. I'm so excited to try this. This is something that I bought during the sale, and it was my first ever Natasha Denona product. I wanted the Biba eyeshadow palette so badly, but I just could not justify spending over $100 on eyeshadow. It's just not my place in life right now. I don't have the funds to do that at this point in time. Maybe in the future, or maybe as a gift, but in terms of right now, I was like, let me go with something a little less expensive and just see how that goes, because this just really intrigued me, and it's a very nourishing formula. So I'm just going to dip my brush in here, and I heard it's very, oh yeah, I heard it's very buildable. Oh my gosh, yes, this truly does look like one with your skin, and you can use it on your body as well, because she does have her extreme her extreme highlights, which are obviously a little bit more stroby, but you can definitely build this up. Oh my god, this is stunning. Holy crap, yes. Yes. I'm just gonna take it on my collarbone since she says it's a body highlight as well. Ooh, that does just kind of like melt in. Shoulders as well. Ooh, look at that little pop. So back to the eyes, I'm going to do my brows. I am going to take my Anastasia brow definer in the shade dark brown. I've had this pencil since I graduated. This is, I think, unless I've repurchased it since then and I ran out, but I'm pretty sure this is the exact same pencil I used during graduation as well. I'm just going to fill in my brows. And then I'm going to lightly carve that out. Just a little bit, nothing too intense. Where's my concealer? And then I'm pretty sure that the only brow gel I used back then was the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara, which is still like an OG for me. I do love this a lot. I'm just going to wipe off a lot of the excess. And I'm just going to lightly brush that through my brows because I do remember on graduation day I had slightly darker, more full brows than I normally do. So I think I would attribute that to the fact that I filled them in a lot with my brow definer and then went over with this brow gel. Okay, so brows are done. Now I'm going to move back onto the eyes. I am going to do my lower lash line first. I am going to go into this taupe plummy purplish shade right now, and I'm going to put that tightly on my lower lash line, really, really close to my lash line as kind of like an eyeliner effect. I was not wearing any eyeliner on my waterline. This is the most that I did. And then on a fatter pencil brush, I'm just going to smoke that out. Going back in with a lighter kind of plummy taupe. Just going to blow that out a little bit more so it doesn't look super harsh. And then to highlight my inner corners, I'm going to actually go back in with that gold shade we use as a touch on my center of the lid, and I'm just going to pop that on my inner corner for that nice kind of gold moment. And then for my brow bone, I'm going to go back into that Natasha Denona Super Glow, and I'm just going to touch that on my brow bone. Ooh. Okay, and then to put on my falsies, I'm going to put on my falsies. This is definitely a really important part of the whole look. I feel like it just kind of ties everything together. So where is my lash glue? Hello. I am going to pop on these Ardell Demi Wispies on my lashes first. Okay, and then I'm going to put on some mascara. This is the Essence I Heart Extreme Curl and Volume Mascara. This is also new. Just going to connect my real lashes with my fake ones and also apply them on my lower lash line. Okay, we're almost done. Last but not least, I'm going to go in with my Gerard Cosmetics Everything Nice liquid lipstick. This is like the prettiest kind of like rosy neutral. This is what I wore on my graduation day, and I thought it was so complimentary. And I've spoken about these lipsticks in an underrated products video before. I absolutely love these lipsticks. I think they are very underrated, but the formula is amazing. All right, and then last but not least, to set my face, I am just going to take a little bit of this Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Alright everyone, and that concludes this look. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, get ready with me kind of style video where I showed you how I recreated my graduation makeup look. This look is obviously a really nice kind of neutral smoky eye. The lashes give it a nice little pop. The lashes aren't too dramatic or anything, so I think they would work for a number of occasions, but I love how this look turned out. And if you are graduating, congratulations. This is such an exciting time for you in your life, and I hope that you had the most amazing 4 or however many years you had, and that your future is bright. I'm actually going to be going to my cousin's law school graduation. She's graduating from Northwestern in Chicago. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and leave me a comment down below if you went to school, if you're graduating soon, where are you going, where did you go, what did you study? I would love to know. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah!